And welcome back, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the grand finals that we just had for Street Fighter 5. I was about to say 4, Street Fighter 5, but now we have a completely different game. We have some anime coming on. We have Guilty Gear Strive. That rhymes. Street Fighter 5 and Strive. I didn't even
Yeah,
mean to do that. It writes itself. Now we have a
there's
great
no room for Street Fighter 4 in any of that.
at all, right? But now we have some Street Fighter 5, Guilty Gear Strive action, tongue tied. Now we have some Guilty Gear Strive action, and we have a great bracket lined up. I'm messing up all over the place. Yo, Brad, right? Help me out here. Talk about who we have in this bracket. I see some killers.
We have Shine, not to be confused with who we just watched in Street Fighter, Shine.
I
but
mean,
Shine. Nerf
I hope
Shine.
this is not fortuitous. I hope it's not like prophetic of another Shine getting a second place. I don't know, man.
Starting off in a better position here, as Shine, Nerf Shine is up here in the winners finals as opposed to the loser semis here in Strive. Opposite Fame96. And then down in the loser semis, we have two players that are no surprise to us that we've seen ample time here. JayRain and UMISHO getting to run it back for, I think this will be the fourth time at least that they have played.
Yeah.
Also, I know the third time on stream, absolutely. But I remember last week, JayRain sent UMISHO into losers off stream up in the winner's side, which we never got to see. So that makes, I'm actually double checking the bracket to be like, what are the odds they played against each other? No, UMISHO dropped down opposite Shine in top 8.
Let's talk about the history
of JayRain and UMISHO.
Well, yeah, JayRain and UMISHO, but then we can talk about the winners finals. But now we saw the first time that they met, right? Definitely, I think it was a 3-0 in favor of UMISHO. Yeah. Then the next time they meet, it was a 3-0 in favor of JayRain. Definitely studying the matchup took a whole week to learn the ins and outs, what the risks you need to take, how you get in, when you choose to get in, able to take that. Now we have, it's like a prize fight. Now we have part 3, right?
The Rumble in the Jungle part 2.
We're not going to the winners finals. We have the Potemkin versus the Nago. This is not a great matchup for Potemkin. Let me tell you that. And I don't think, I think as far as a track record, I don't think that Shine has a very strong track record against stronger Nagos in the country in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm immediately like, what matchups for Potemkin amongst the top tiers like are good though, right? Like, how does it like? I feel like a lot of the top tiers in this game all represent similar things that make it difficult for Potemkin to do what he wants, which is to say that they are all very actively controlling the screen in some capacity, be it like great limbs or just a really easy way to be very sticky in their offense. And all of it is just like, you're forced to make these defensive decisions that are like, I need to make this big defensive call that if it's right, now I get to run my game until I don't. And hopefully before I don't, they're dead.
Yeah, but like the thing is, Nago and Potemkin, they have the biggest life bars in the game. But Nago, it just has the right counter hit ranges, the ranges that Potemkin wants to play from. But you know what? Enough talking about what it could be. Let's talk about what it is. All right, but the round starts on the first counter hit.
It's a Beyblade on a trip guard. Wow. Oh, I was about to give Shine so much credit for that burst. The burst happened in a spot where it actually stole the corner position to his benefit. But Fame's so ready with the gold burst. Gets this bar back. There's the red RC now cashing out. We're going to be in level 2 blood here. So I'm expecting, yep. I was going to say, if there's ever a reason to just let it rip, it's right there. You know you want to get back into tier 3 blood.
Yep. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm sorry, Fame is so good at just controlling the level of the blood. Very aware.
Wow.
I think that was perfect. That was like the longest perfect ever.
That took forever. But the presence of mind there uses the jump forward to get around the Mega Fist and whiff punish it in that way. Such an interesting call, but that's a learned call, I think. Shine does find the opportunity to get the Potemkin Buster. What a life lead here. Garuda, how are we dealing with the plus frames? We just respect the 2S. Oh, we didn't respect the plus frames this time. Are you going to die? Is this going to be a perfect on a perfect?
Oh,
no, we went for some tricky stuff?
I love that. I love
Oh
what
my
Shine just did.
god.
Perfect for perfect. Wow, somebody clip that. Somebody.
Jesus. Okay. All right. This is looking already like a better round for Fame. This is what Fame needs, right? Like Nago, this is what every Nago player wants. You're in the corner and now you're just dealing with this. What Shine is doing, snaking in the slide heads in these gaps just to generate some frame advantage for themselves is a big benefit for the matchup. Great backdash back throw.
Oh yeah, just doing the chip damage. Oh no.
Wow.
All right, more pressure. Right. Oh, baits it out.
Burst gets baited.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the Potemkin Buster would kill, but you, the learned Guilty Gear player, already knew to check how much tension was on the board. I wasn't ready for the red RC, but you and Shine both were.
Yeah, I looked at the scoop. I was like, oh, this is over. This is over. I mean, I'm pretty sure even with the OTG after Potemkin Buster, I think Fame was still done. Because what was gonna happen? It was gonna be like OTG, like 5S into another Garuda.
Right. It was definitely an unfortunate spot to be in. I think it was very commanding for.
Agreed.
It was very commanding for Shine.
And Shine, very patient too. Like knowing the right spot to stand just to avoid a situation of a goal burst again. With the counter hit.
Okay, interesting.
Burst. Yeah. Gets the knockdown with a slide head. And Fame is tired of taking those Garuda mix-ups. Garuda or command grab mix-up. Yeah. Early burst from Fame as well. Oh, counter hit.
Right, the Beyblade catches at the very tip. Right, we're into tier 3 blood, right into the super off the 6H. This is going to do so much damage. No, actually, it's not going to trigger full animation. Just barely lives through the wall break, but now we got that positive bonus. Great presence of mind. Perfects again.
Perfect.
We're just coin flipping? These are the longest coin flips I've ever seen.
Well, Shine is not going to be able to answer back with a perfect this round because of chip damage from the sword normal. But it's a corner situation. It's not looking great for Shine this game, especially since Nago has the bar gonna bait out that.
Blood is
the blood is flowing.
I love, yeah, that call from Fame, that red RC back into 2H was almost specifically to keep himself from popping Blood Rage. PRC Potemkin Buster just barely alive. No, has the OTG.
I know the dirty kick while he's down, not very sportsmanlike from Shine, but we take those. All right,
you drop you DDT this man in the corner. You show him Nirvana, and then at the very last second you're like, and your shoes a whack too.
I thought that was a good call. That jump. I thought it was a good call. That jump shows me.
URC mix. Oh my god, was already back throwing it. Now you have to deal with the Garuda mix. This is doable, except up back H. Fame with a game of their own, 1 game apiece.
What a call out with that up back as well. All right. And the thing is though, you kind of have to make a decision like that because we saw what happened the last time Fame was put in the corner. Regardless of your life advantage, you can lose there. That is exactly where Potemkin needs you to be, regardless of his life bar. All right, but going into this third game, gets a throw.
Right. It's the party started, burst straight away from Fame. And I mean, I like that call. This is definitely the kind of matchup where you don't want, even on block, it's just like, nope, you're too far away, get away from me. I want to control the matchup again.
Okay, and Fame goes
How
straight
close
to
are
level
we
3.
to Blood Rage? Right, yeah, needed that extra 5H just to stabilize a little bit.
Yep, and the chip damage, the control gonna RC there, just add a little more extended pressure. Yeah, Fame has such good control of Blood Rage.
Right, clipped him with the
Yeah,
low.
the
The Garuda
backdash.
catches what looked like a backdash.
Hmm. That, I mean, you'd rather take the backdash than block or get hit by it. Standing. All right, but that's gonna kill too.
There's been a lot of Shine getting clipped after the second hit of the slash target combo by the Beyblade or by the DP buffer after the fact. I don't know what Shine is trying to do. Okay, finds the command grab. Now we're going to cash out a lot of... Oh my god, a second command grab? All right, we're cashing out some special move cancels. Wow! 5D red RC mix. Gets smoked. Fame
Honestly,
looking real good right now. The Beyblade cancel off the 2H through
perfect
the slide
again.
head and another perfect on the board.
Honestly, like, there are a couple of things I look for when in a Nago matchup to say if I think the Nago's gonna win. Like, obviously, if you get hit and it says counter hit and you don't have any bursts, I think the Nago's gonna win that round, right? Regardless if it says fight and you get hit, I think the Nago's gonna win, right? If you get scooped by command grab, I instantly think the Nago's gonna win. And there was 2 in that round.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the thing for the command grab for me is like the most obvious place to use the command grab is when you're in tier 3 because you're worried about popping. But the better place to use it and where the better Nagos use it is once they mix it in. Gold Burst gets blocked. Once they mix it in, it's like, all right, over the next 5 seconds, you have whatever it is, like 200 points worth of blood gauge that is going to go away. Go crazy. Cash it out. It's like a low interest loan.
Yeah. Oh, nice. The PRC. Oh no, that was an accident. Maybe it was an accident. It works out anyways. Scoops.
Alright.
Still alive. Alright, will there be a jump here? Yeah, there goes the jump. Yeah, and Shine was so ready for it. Like, I knew you were gonna jump. You had to jump.
Yeah, I mean, had the bar on deck, I had wondered why maybe we didn't see the RC to try to close out a little bit earlier, but it works out, turning it into a checkmate situation. There's that counter hit 5H. The Prophet that is Liston is now believing the Nago is gonna win. But we're back to Potemkin in the driver's seat here. Burst only just now back on deck here for Shine, or for Fame rather. Here's the problem: half of Potemkin's options here will just kill you in one hit.
Nice PRC to just get out of that situation. But in another situation, Shine being super careful. You know what? Like Shine, oh yeah. Boy, oh, it drops the combo. Not over.
It's a real shame. You could have killed. There has burst on
deck.
deck.
Not over
There's
now.
the
oh yeah, baiting out the burst. Takes the OTG. And Shine, Shine being very careful. Oh, no OTG on the chip damage.
That hit's
too.
so meaty.
I don't know if it was a hit or it was chip damage, but either way, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I see a button coming out, personally, I'm just mashing on burst. And I can't help but feel like Shine kind of threw that round a little away a little bit. Obviously, hanging on to the burst was wise because in virtually every situation, Fame was actively playing around the burst. But I just wonder if you had picked a less optimal place to pop it, just to reset back to neutral, could you have made it happen for yourself? Slidehead working out here in the 5S Beyblade sequence. We got the command grab. Is Blood Rage gonna pop in the corner as soon as he wakes up?
Oh, it's over.
It is. Okay. You're actually dead.
Yeah, once I saw the Blood Rage, I'm like, oh, this is over.
Yeah. Shine started hitting him, and it's like, oh, this combo, this might as well just be a DHC glitch combo. Like, you're gonna finish, and he's gonna wake up and just die again.
That's a good analogy. Good comparison. Like honestly, like that was the thing is though, Fame doesn't really like mess up that badly. That was a really big mess up.
Yeah, I was a little bit flabbergasted to look down and see that Blood Rage was gonna pop, because it's like this, he's done such a great job of actively playing around it. My only guess is that Shine had been able to do something defensively that I just missed in the moment that happened to be the perfect spot to slow Fame down, and it just blew up the calculus of the blood gauge management. Great backdash back throw once again. Continues to be an option that Shine is representing that is stalling Fame.
Mm. All right, Fame did a good job of fighting out of that corner. All right, Fame is on offense once again. Gonna RC, keep this offense going. With a slide head lands. Oh, and the side switch too. You gonna take this damage? No. It looked like Fame. I'm sorry. Shine tried to bait out Fame's burst.
Oh, I don't know if I believe in that burst. Although there is enough damage on deck here. Blue RC on Blue RC.
Wait a minute. All right. Oh, the
so
trade.
Smart. And I love that Shine didn't spend the first. Was it a trade? I thought, yeah, it was just a very smart 5K. Oh. Whoa! Tell me how you're really feeling, Shine. Potemkin Buster right off the rip.
Here are you going? Oh, it's over. It's over. Okay.
Like, hey, you remember how this game started? Going for the Naruto once again, but now you're stuck. Look at all this chip damage though, and Shine still has burst on deck. The Mega Fist, the back Mega Fist displaces the Beyblade, and we end as we began with a perfect. And Shine, despite you had called out maybe not a great matchup for Potemkin in a vacuum, right? Nago has a lot of the stuff that you need to sort of slow that down, but just those great defensive decisions, the right spots to counter mash, the right spots to, like, the number of backdash back throws where it's like, you moved me all the way to the corner. Sorry, you live here now. I flipped that around. Call 1-800-HOUSE FLIPPERS.
Yeah, like,
is that one of the real numbers? Who cares? It worked. What a show.
Yeah, definitely good calls on backdashing the command grab. When Shine did backdash, there were good calls. Got the back throw, had the advantage, and then right there, like, whatever pressure you can do against me with Nago, you have to take a very similar pressure game as well. And and it's very like, it's very damaging on my side as well. Now, yeah, that was I call that round was over. I feel like it should have been over, but it was a slight drop on Shine's side. Still managed to pick up the perfect. Still managed to pick up the entire set. And Fame is going to be waiting in the losers finals for one of these two players. This story continues between JayRain and UMISHO, right? And this will be the third time that we see on stream that they clash. And this is very important for the money.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's huge too. Gets into the payout. And like you said earlier, the first time we watched them play, UMISHO kind of ran away with it on JayRain. When we watched them last week, JayRain looked like had done the necessary homework and had brought some adjustments to the table. It was a closer set, but UMISHO still ran away with it. Now, we did not get to see the other match, but JayRain does have a dub under their belt against UMISHO. So at this point, as far as we're aware, just in ECT Community Throwdown, we are at 2-1 here on UMISHO's benefit. But UMISHO coming in as the favorite for two reasons. One, the 2-1 lead, but also the winner of the last two Community Throwdown events that have been run. So
that's true.
It's definitely the favorite coming in. Here becomes the question. You get past JayRain, I don't know that we've watched UMISHO play against Fame or Shine. Certainly not in Community Throwdown since we've seen UMISHO coming out.
All right, but I'm sure that UMISHO is going to have the chance to, like, readjust the matchup. Already showing a bit more control too. Oh, baits out the burst. That's unfortunate. You're gonna have to eat all this damage. Oh, goes for the reset. Oh no, that's not gonna work today. Yeah, and to be honest, that wake up 2D into the I'm gonna call it the flash kick because it is a charge move, but into the DP. It seemed a bit desperate. Like, okay, JayRain needed something to happen, right?
I think JayRain as a player strikes me as someone who can fall to that sort of desperate tendency sometime. It's something that we've definitely watched. We got the wall break straight away here. UMISHO in a really dominant position. And the thing that we've been seeing, both in the Chaos Leo matchup and in this player matchup, is that if UMISHO is given the opportunity to start running that zoning game, they are going to win. Now, I say that after the wall break, but it was an unfortunate way to get the wall break, and now JayRain is able to close this out. No, not able to. What a smart PRC back to try to close this out. But the DP after, UMISHO's still alive by the hair of his chin, but dashes does not block. That is the important part of dash blocking. Eats the fireball.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
What button was pressed? Okay, go defensive goal burst.
Yeah, the button, it looked like it was like 2K into the concentration stance, but the stance didn't auto-correct in time, so the trade worked out really bizarrely.
Oh my god, and it looks so ready. Yeah, it looks so ready for that situation.
Oh, you're dead.
That looks like West. Okay, I don't think he's dead here. Nah, not dead. But
oh,
as
wow, okay.
bad,
what do I know?
As bad as spot as you could possibly be in. Oh, wait a minute.
Right, but if UMISHO weathers the storm and gets out, all right, nice Abare, wake up 2P, blows up the Berserker Slash, and that's a game on the board here for UMISHO. JayRain is finding the spots and the pockets of offense that they need. I think the problem is, and it's the same thing that we saw when they played last week, right? UMISHO's defensive reads are really good. And when they work out and it gets back to neutral, JayRain is losing more than 50% life before they get in.
Yeah, like it looks like UMISHO is very well learned in this matchup. I mean, has been playing this matchup. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what their main was before this, but I'm pretty sure that they know the matchup from their previous character.
Sure, in a vacuum, you know how to play Leo, and now you're sitting here representing the Happy Chaos, getting smoked here, but a nice throw. Now we're back. We got the curse ball applied, and this is where you want to be. Concentrate. Tell me how you're. Tell me what you're thinking about.
Yeah, JayRain trying to get in, but like this is not looking easy. Oh, you got the scapegoat right there.
We're not going to be able to pop wall with Super, so we're not getting Oki in this situation. Wake up, Super. We tried to generate some cheeky stuff with the RC after, but we were too far away, and UMISHO closes out the round anyway.
Okay, dash past that with the 2D, gets to counter it. And yeah, UMISHO, the defense is working out so well that JayRain is trying to, like, you saw the little hesitation to chase down the backdash, but it didn't work out in favor of JayRain at all. Burst comes. This is not a good spot. Okay, put the DP into RC.
Just right, blocks the cross up, but JayRain is still in the pocket.
Yeah, like you know what it is though? It's that JayRain's, I'm sorry, UMISHO's defense is so top notch. What is he doing?
He was posing on him.
Yeah, I know. He's dabbing on him. He's actually dabbing on him.
Yeah, that was like an Arnold Schwarzenegger pose. All right, this one's afraid. The Shadow clone was one of the big momentum matchups shifts last time these two played that ended up helping UMISHO a lot. Like once UMISHO does get away, I feel like once they find the pattern of like, okay, I do need to sneak in the clones in the middle periodically just to buy me a little bit of buffer room around the time that JayRain is going to start to get antsy. And it seemed like UMISHO in this game too has already sort of gotten back to that place and that point of control.
Yeah, like UMISHO really good defensive calls, and it doesn't seem like it's an easy task to like unnerve them. All right, but JayRain in the most favorable spot that they have been in the entire set so far. As I say that, now all the gunplay is happening on UMISHO's side. JayRain not being dissuaded from offense. Some of his damage may dissuade them though. Oh, gonna complete it too with the overdrive.
Yeah, you're still alive, but we get Oki as UMISHO. Are we gonna see? Yep.
Oh.
Just keeps it tight, catches the backdash, and now we are on set point for UMISHO.
Yeah, this is a rough spot. This is as rough as it gets. Down more than half life. Oh no.
Wow, that was
everything is burst
IAD, and it's that's the type of mistake that we saw JayRain making the first time these two played. It's a little bit unfortunate to see now on the verge of a 3-0, JayRain falls back on the old mistakes that didn't work then. They're not going to work now. UMISHO closes it out with the perfect for the 3-0, and we get to see, no disrespect to JayRain, but I was very curious now to see UMISHO's Happy Chaos play into the likes of Fame and
Well,
Shine, and now we
I
get the
I want to talk
opportunity
about
to
this
see
matchup.
that.
I've heard I've heard one of my friends, A3 Religion, went into Discord and asked these Nago players, the other Nago players, what do you do in this matchup? And their answer was, have the counter pick ready.
That bad.
Yes,
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if Fame is a. I doubt that Fame is a fan of this matchup because I've heard that Fame has been playing Deb in this very same matchup,
Okay.
and it has not been. You can imagine from there.
Yeah,
But he,
well, not
but
coming in with the counter pick, just letting the matchup rock. And that's already what I was going to say is I feel like what's going to be important is you need at round start to get momentum, which is already huge for Nago. But if you don't get it off the rip here, Happy Chaos is kind of just going to be able to run away and do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, because
you just don't have the utility to navigate around it. Does the Shadow Clone interact with the gun at all? I don't imagine it does.
Well, I mean, it got in right there, but I'm sure that you're not going to be able to go to the same. You're not going to be able to go to the well that many times against a player the caliber of UMISHO. This should be tough, and it is. Yeah, and I think getting first attack in this matchup is very important to Nago.
Yeah. Well, so what's interesting there is, if that's the case, you immediately need to look at what are the button interactions of both characters' best round start normals. And Nago's 2S got smoked clean in round 1. So you're already in a spot where you're like, damn, my money button isn't really working. The 5P mash, now we're at the corner, has to PRC, counter hit, okay. Oh no, it didn't quite work out. And there's that backdash with punish from UMISHO. The money backdashes from UMISHO. So money that they won 2 tournaments with him.
Yep. I mean, it's looking good right now. Now, Fame not in a good spot. Does have gold burst. And I say gold burst because Fame has been utilizing the gold burst very well just to get meter, but this is problematic.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about Gold Burst is you only can use it to the full extent of its power if you're close enough for the burst to connect.
Yeah.
And UMISHO was very, very securely at max range, completely content to just unload some lead into this man. First game on the board for UMISHO.
Yeah, and looking at the matchup, it's just straight up the lack of mobility on Nago's side that makes this matchup so difficult, especially if the player is executing, the reloads properly and getting the just frame shots with the extra pushback.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you need to kind of you kind of need to change up between like Shadow Clone Teleport or Shadow Clone Beyblade or some combination of those as Nago in order to try to make something happen. Until you get to tier 3 and like start driving the offense. But now the body double is out for Happy Chaos. So it's all right, you can't even necessarily swing through those.
It actually has his own stunt double for those dangerous moments.
Oh, that's gonna be big damage. Actually dead. The Blood Rage pop works to Fame's benefit. You ever get so angry that you use your negative mechanic and then just completely nuke a man from 70% health? Fame has.
I mean, yeah, like grabbing victory from the jaws of defeat, so to speak. But UMISHO in a very commanding spot now, going on offense. Maybe exactly what Fame needs actually for UMISHO to abandon the zoning game.
Yeah, I think that's an unfortunate call. Okay, the Gold Burst gives UMISHO the resources now to open this all back up. Has the concentration on deck. We've got to cheat out some reloads. PRC, just to burn a little bit of space, but the throws aren't leading to as much damage as they might like.
Yeah, and it seems like UMISHO was trying a different look. But something in that round you know what I think it is? I think the Blood Rage pop into the super kind of unnerved UMISHO a bit. Because if you look at that round, you were winning that round, but you didn't lose the round because Fame got in and did extra damage. Fame got in and you missed a punish on Blood
Right.
Rage. It could have very well been your round.
Right, but even if you didn't, right? Like Nago only has so many options once Blood Rage pops. None of them are like the tricky stuff. You're on that life lead. What's stopping you from just kind of waiting? I mean, Fame had to walk down a fair bit before throw was opened up as an option, and even then it was just going to be a throw. You had the life to spare. Getting clipped by the 2S was the mistake there, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, UMISHO going back to the classic zoning game, and I feel like Scapegoat. Usually, it's not that scary. That's not the scariest part of the game, Scapegoat. You know, for most matchups. But I think in this matchup, with such a lack of mobility, I think Scapegoat is the end of the world.
Oh yeah, and just like the fact that
I'm sorry, say
Fame gets to level 3. Fame gets to level 3 blood and kind of loses the ability to use their special moves. So you have to try to walk forward, which has no mobility, or you go to the air. The problem is once you block gun in the air, you just get pushed back to where you were. It's so hard to gain any space on the screen once you have blood. Once you have blood, you need to already be in the pocket and stay there.
Okay, good burst lands, has the corner situation exactly where Fame needs to be, getting some good damage too, and gets the wall break. This is exactly what Fame needed. That was a really good burn.
Yeah, what I like about that too is I feel like Fame constructed the combo specifically to keep it all burst safe. I feel like you didn't need to set the combo up to pop them up that high, but they did.
Yeah, they were like, no, I'm taking this round. And I feel like Happy Chaos is one of those characters where you have to make decisions like that. Like, I might be giving up damage, but I'm getting this damage.
Alright, Full Burst paying off for UMISHO, as it so often is. But you're at the life deficit now. This is a great spot to be in, but you need to be in it for quite a while to make the difference. So naturally, you throw some gas on the fire and generate exactly what you need for yourself. If we pop super, are you dead? Oh, I think you are.
If the wall breaks, yeah. No,
nope.
It doesn't.
I was wrong.
Oh.
You might as well be, though.
Yeah, that, like, the thing is, though, if Nago doesn't kill you on the first interaction that you get into, and that's what happened. He didn't kill. He wasn't able to, like, you know, get the mix-up going in a good way that he's going to take the round. And once you get away, like, soon as UMISHO got free, the round was basically over. For the next 50 seconds, you're trying to get back in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just like, it was over. It just took 50 seconds. It's like when you start losing Monopoly, it's like, you're losing. It's just going to take a while for everything else to catch up.
Oh, you've lost. You're full screen. And then you're like, what do you mean I've lost? And you'll see. All right, offensive burst. Yeah, Fame really pressing the issue. And I feel like this is the type of matchup where you would lose control over your blood range, your blood meter. Because you want to be on offense so bad. All right, but now...
Right, and the only way that you can really get away with it. So like, what Fame is doing is Fame has to buffer 2H and 5H out of command dash because immediately needs to start paying back the blood that they're cashing out on using the command dash.
All right, but this Fame does have some meter.
Okay, Shadow Clone.
That was a good call because really keeping an eye on the curse too, able to punish the curse. That's so important. No one curse is coming.
All right, my 2S is better. A wild thing to say about Nago, but it worked out in that moment that Happy Chaos's was better.
Oh, punishes the 2D. All right, decent damage.
Yeah. Fame did a great job of capitalizing on the fact that UMISHO had overextended and also had lost all concentration.
Yep. And this is exactly what Fame needs right now. And we're all tied up.
Wasn't ready for the 5D mix. I wasn't either, but you look down at that bar, and it's like there'd been so much respect defensively. You believe that it's not going to be throw. You're like, I want to close some stuff out. I'll tap that 5D, get that overhead, close out the round.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of wonder what Happy Chaos versus Potemkin looks like. I kind of wonder, but
yeah,
but I also wonder what the rematch versus Fame and Shine is gonna look like as well.
Yeah, my gut reaction is that if UMISHO makes it through Fame,
yeah, that's not how you get a rematch at all.
My gut call is that if UMISHO gets past Fame, then Shine is gonna have a really bad time.
I mean, this is looking like bad time for Fame right now. Yeah, that burst is not how you get a rematch.
Yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be a lengthy round before Fame gets the opportunity to cash out anything defensively like that. Right? Calling out the gun, but we're gonna need to reload pretty early here for UMISHO. Cashed out a lot of bullets to generate that space. Only one in the chamber right now.
Yeah, but the focus. Oh no.
Oh.
That doesn't seem to matter at all. Oh, he's gonna die.
Oh, you just barely not. If UMISHO had been able to structure the combo to get a little bit more, I think honestly, I would have read our seed and gotten literally anything because the Blood Rage was going to keep going until he woke up, right?
Oh, yeah. But Fame not out of it. If he gets a counter hit now. Oh, no. Yep.
Did you see how long UMISHO waited to up back?
Yes.
That was astounding to me. It was...
Yeah, and Fame was structuring the offense to clip up backs. Because you know, that's honestly, there's only a couple of options you can do with Happy Chaos defensively. You're gonna backdash, you're gonna back throw, you're gonna abare, or you're gonna up back. Those same options that everybody in the game has. He doesn't have the option to DP or anything like that. Nah, you have the same options as everybody else. And then Fame was structuring the offense specifically to clip the up backs because command grab is a danger in that situation.
Right. Yeah, but it's yet another example of UMISHO's defense being immaculate. Waits that long, and Fame even literally sat there the whole time after Blue RC. It's not like it was Blue RC 2K check or Blue RC into 5S close slash that we had seen so many times. There was this super long delay, and I was like, now I'm going to command grab. And I was like, nope, you waited exactly long enough for that to be wrong. If you had just gone for it, if Fame had just gone for it, that round would have been his because it would have worked. That was such a delayed up back. But instead, UMISHO gets the dub, moves on to grand finals in the loser side with the opportunity now to play against Nerf, Shine, and to circle back to it, Potemkin versus Happy Chaos. I do not imagine that Shine is going to be a very happy camper. I
just want to know.
No idea. I have no idea what you do once you're out, right? I mean, well, so Slidehead will like absorb the bullet and give you some frame advantage to move in a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard things about leveraging your armor to take a hit, get in, get a knockdown, things like that. Like there are tools that Nago didn't have in that matchup.
Yeah,
that Potemkin does. So perhaps Potemkin has a better look in the matchup. I don't know how much better, but as you said when we first started talking about Potemkin and any matchup, right? Potemkin doesn't have very good matchups in the first place. So it's all about that one opportunity that you get when you get someone in the corner. And then if you can leverage that advantage, the small advantage that you have into victory. And what we saw, Shine is quite capable of doing it. Has won one bad matchup. I would imagine that Happy Chaos is another bad matchup. To what degree, I am unsure. I've never seen this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, you know, Shine's already demonstrated that they get that one opportunity, it's going to be enough, right? It's what we just watched in the winners finals. Here, I think, is the difference. Happy Chaos has different defensive tools, right? Like Nago doesn't have the same movement. I mean, the way that UMISHO utilizes the back dashes defensively, I just like I'm worried about like UMISHO with the money defensive backdash. That being said, Shine was very heavy on the Garuda in the Garuda pressure, and it was catching backdashes a lot. Okay, real strong start.
Okay, well, also, like, Happy Chaos doesn't have reversals, so if Shine can manage to get in, like, if anybody can take advantage of your defensive habits, Shine is going to be that player. You're going to get the side switch. What are you going to do here? You are in the corner. UMISHO makes good defensive calls, but not going to make a very good defensive call right now, RC. I was holding my breath. I wasn't sure. I felt it was going to kill, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, if we were at the wall, I would have felt super secure, but we weren't, so I had that little bit of hesitation.
That was an interesting interaction. Little airborne, throw a whip. Nice back. Let's try to bait the burst so hard.
There's a lot of interesting backdash interactions happening here. Both of them getting some really clutch backdash counter pokes. That's going to be the wall break. We're going to get Oki. UMISHO doesn't have meter yet, but we're going to get it pretty quick. In fact, we already have it by the end of this block string. Mans is concentrating.
Yeah, this is unless Shine can land a hit, which he did. Okay, good backdash there. Yeah, you know what? UMISHO very aware that Shine is gonna need something really big to get this party started. Oh, and defeats the armor.
Great. The curse is applied, and interestingly, UMISHO is playing this matchup much more aggro, right? Like once the really, I don't know if it's like I'm choosing to get more active damage generation so that I'm not so far on the back foot if I do get grabbed once, or if it's just like there are tools on the table that playing zoning isn't what they want to do. I don't rightly know. Has to burn the burst to get some space out of the corner. Still has the life lead.
Honestly, I think that maybe going for a traditional zoning game isn't the right call because of slide head.
Yeah, that's what I wonder it is. In fact, that like dash forward into IADS worked out there because it caught Shine on slide head. 5D checks. Was that 5D with the gun already out, so we got the combo after without any tension?
Yeah. Well.
Damn, that's some privilege.
Alright, but you know what though? UMISHO's gonna have to do this 2 sets. And well, first you're gonna have to win this 1 set, and you're gonna have to win the 2nd set. I've definitely seen Shine make some good adjustments, and it's gonna be a long road. But I will say,
Shine lost out the first game in Winterside, even so it's not even gonna be the first time today that we've watched Shine stabilize in a tough matchup.
Yep. How tough? I have yet to see.
It does seem like it's maybe not as tough as Nago. I definitely see that Potemkin has stuff on the table to get in and run the game the way that he wants to, a little bit easier than Nago had.
Oh yeah, and you see the opportunities like when you try to go for charging a focus, then slide head lands and then Potemkin's in. I've already seen Potemkin get in 3 more times than Nago gets in per round.
Right. It's like slide head immediately into like the full screen buster, and it's the full screen lunge, right? And it's like just clearing so much space. Still on the back foot here, but that back throw is going to change that. There's the Garuda into Garuda, caught something, and that's what I was talking about. Shine had been so Garuda heavy, and UMISHO is going to kind of have to learn to just hold that a little bit, which is obviously what Shine wants, right? The longer UMISHO is sitting there, the more likely it is that we're going to get to see the buster.
Yeah, definitely a way more aggressive game on UMISHO's side, because I'm guessing that the zoning game just isn't as effective. Alright, gonna spend the cash here. Even though up.
Oh, we're not. Yeah, not close enough for the wall break.
Gets a counter hit. No burst on Shine's side.
I think you're dead with the wall break here.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Even if you weren't, like, what were the options afterwards? Has the meter on bonus, has some bullets in the clip. You know, like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would have been like a Galaxy Brain call Mega Fists to hope to get something to happen. Garuda into Garuda. Garuda catches once again. UMISHO went for a, I don't know, was that like for timing? Because it didn't need to be a burst bait.
No, I think it was just to get a jump heavy into it. I think it was for timing, just to get an extra hit.
Oh, sure.
or maybe Shine wasn't aware if there was a burst on that side, because sometimes you look at your own burst, you're like, wait, is that my burst or is that your burst? Either way, it doesn't seem like it hurt Shine. It's got the same conversion that he would have gotten anyways.
It worked out in either case. It's just like, I see someone do, you know, a jump like that, my gut call is like, oh, they're burst baiting.
Yeah, it could have been like, oh, I see the burst out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not sure which side it's on. So I'm just gonna keep it safe and try to get the same damage anyway. Alright, but this is scary. Oh no. Oh, back into the chip damage again. Oh, where you going?
Yeah,
nowhere.
Alright, spins the bar, sends out Aegis. Oh. The Garuda catches the backdash!
Yeah, like, what were the options? The only option there was, like, burst. And I don't think UMISHO is that suicidal to give up burst in that situation, especially with such.
Yeah, you didn't want a hero burst. You were just kind of willing to bet it on the backdash there, which is so commonly been UMISHO's call.
That would have been a zero burst, not a hero burst at all. Like, all right, but UMISHO on offense. Yeah, I can see how this matchup kind of changes the dynamic of how you'd want to play Happy Chaos. Okay, good block in the 5D, but it's safe.
Had to concentrate, and there's no guns left in the clip. This is Shine's time to shine, as it were.
Oh, I love the way he does that. It makes it look like a pop buster. But this is the real pop buster. Like, with the walk up 5K, it kind of looks like the startup of pop buster a little bit.
Right.
At least from my perspective. I would imagine if you were playing the game, it kind of looks that the way as well. All right, but that's 2-1 in this matchup. I don't know. Shine is I'm not saying it's easy, but Shine is making it look doable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna suggest that it's easy, but
no, not at
it
all.
Seems like there's. I mean, compared to Nago, right? Like, my knee-jerk reaction was like a zoner into a traditional grappler, you're smoked. But the reality is, Potemkin has these different tools on deck to try to really cover a lot of screen space really quickly. And the result of that is it's forcing UMISHO to play in this sort of off role.
Well, Potemkin does have a lot of natural tools that help against zoners. He has flick, has the armor, has slide head with armor. So like, zoning with projectiles probably not the strongest thing you can do against Potemkin, because that's how you get knocked down. I wouldn't say this is a natural counter pick, but I can see how Potemkin get to play their game.
Yeah. Well, which is huge enough, right? Like, we've been watching so much Happy Chaos in these last 2 weeks where it looked as though the other player did not get to play their game. Back throw from Shine now has the corner position. UMISHO has a base, but if this burst gets baited, this could well be the tournament here. Has to jump. No! The smart back throw from Shine. Gold burst does get baited, and you're dead!
Oh. Yeah, and that round was especially quick. I want to say that whole game was especially quick. Like, that whole game was molded into like one beatdown, because I was like, wait, that round is over. Oh, this round is over too.
Yeah. I mean, what it looked like to me is by that fourth game, Shine had gotten wise to where in his offense UMISHO was choosing to do things like we were seeing late air dashes to try to go over, you know, slide head or Garuda or something to try to open up some offense. And earlier on in the set, these were landing. But by that game we just watched, I swear every time UMISHO went to do something, Shine was already wise to be like, all right, cool, I have to block now. You're going to run some stuff. You're going to do your stuff on block, go into gun stance. I need to block for a little bit, and then I get the chance to play again. And I mean, UMISHO was expending a lot of ammo, getting very little for it. The pressure wasn't adding up, and the space on the screen mattered far less than it had in some of the other
Yes.
matchups, just by virtue of the fact that Potemkin had the reach and the mobility to make something happen from those longer ranges that
It,
had been
it's funny
mattering
that you
far
say the
more.
mobility. When you say mobility and Potemkin, it's usually not the argument, but in this matchup, it is the argument because just because you're gonna get slide head or you're getting your focus back. Oh, knockdown, slide head. Now I'm in. Now you gotta guess.
Yeah.
Now you gotta guess for the
Yeah.
round.
And I think that was the thing. It's not the mobility in like a neutral sense. It's the
Hmm.
mobility in the sense of if I use slide head at the right spot and I catch you doing something stationary where you're not supposed to, I am now at range 0 and running my game because I get the lunge
I'm in.
after. So
Yeah.
it's not mobility in the traditional sense of like I can move around the screen really easy. It's really hard to pin me down. It's mobility in the sense of just because I'm here doesn't mean that you're not holding this mix as soon as I catch you at the slide head.
Oh yeah.
Like, don't think for
Yeah.
1 second you're safe over there. You're not.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, like the way that Potemkin's interesting tools work out, it made Umisho abandon the zoning game because then you can't. You're eventually gonna run out of focus, and if you try to get it, then I'm gonna get the knockdown. I'm gonna get the mix up. You're not gonna have the resources you need to defend yourself because you ran out of focus or you ran out of bullets or you
Right.
did something that made you have to stop. You ran out of it. Now I'm in. So like where it seems like pressure is infinite against like maybe Nago, at a certain point in the match, like, oh, it seemed like Fame couldn't get in. It seemed like pressure from full screen is more finite against Potemkin because you're gonna run out of this resource. I'm going to take
Right.
advantage of it. Now I'm in. Now you don't have any resources to defend yourself besides burst or backdash or a good fuzzy jump, right? Or even a Bari. But it seems like Shine's structuring his offense so well that it's nullifying a lot of those defensive options. And even you saw the spacing of Garuda. It was like, yeah, I'm chipping you out. Or I'm doing it. One time he did counter hit Garuda and just did another Garuda to kill
Right.
because it was burst safe.
Yeah. Oh my god, the way that everything was set up to be burst safe as well, since you mentioned that, is like really good. It was the Shine was completely willing to take as much guaranteed damage as he could. It was like
Yeah.
it didn't need to make the big plays to be like, all right, well, I can kill if I go this route. It was like, well, that's not burst safe. This might happen, that might happen. I'm completely content to just take this damage and accept that I'm still in this spot. You still have to hold the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I have the read on your defensive
Oh,
choices. And the money
even the
plays
wall
from
splash
Omisho that have been
choices.
mhm.
The wall
Yeah,
splat choices, like choosing not to break the wall because you got a standing splat. So now they're gonna slump back over. Now I get another Kara Garuda. If Shine had broken the wall there, then that would have been exactly what Omisho needed to win the round. It would have been,
right.
you know, round start space again. Then whatever Umisho probably had some resources to get out. Would have been able to like fight back from there. And Shine was like, no, I've earned this spot. You're not. I'm not breaking this wall.
Mm. That's something that's so interesting too, because I think early on, I imagine that I'm not alone in suspecting that, when we first got exposed to Strive and the wall break system, you sort of
Mm,
you have this question in your head of like, okay, how much am I deciding whether I break the wall? Like, if I want to keep the wall and just keep the corner pressure going, how easy is that to do? And I think for a while and for a lot of matchups, the benefit of positive bonus combined with how narrow the stages are largely tends to mean that you just kind of accept the wall break, especially if you can break the wall with super because you still get Oki after. But
mm.
to see matchups where periodically we are seeing call of like, nope, I'm gonna plant ass right here, and I'm not gonna break this wall if I don't absolutely have to. If I can structure the combo so that you get the flip and I'm still in this spot, then I'm going to do that. And it's super cool now that we're at a point in the game where that type of decision is coming up and people have played around with that sort of
Mm,
macro decision making and are
yes.
making those calls in the moment. And I think that's something so fast. It's the same type of thing that I wondered about, back in Injustice with the wall breaks there, where it's like, all right, are you playing for the wall break or are you playing for, keeping the corner position? And it's whenever the active player has to make a decision like that and weigh the pros and cons. Any place where you have to make a decision is good for the life of the game.
Yes. I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah, and you can definitely see. I'm not sure if Hushine plays in this matchup, but they looked extremely prepared
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, they looked absolutely prepared. Just like I'm prepared to congratulate Shine one last time for winning today. Hadn't seen you in a little bit. UMISHO, congrats on second. You don't get to do the three-peat this week. I'm sorry, but I hope we get to see you next week for more of them. And congratulations to Fame at third and JayRain at fourth for rounding out the top
Yep.
four of this week's East Coast Throwdown, Community Throwdown. We are going to be back here again next week. I'm Brad Muse. Liston, what have you got for the people before we sign off tonight?
I hope that you enjoyed all the action, and I'll be looking forward to seeing everybody next week and seeing another bracket as well. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Frosty, the action to Frosty as well. We didn't have
Ooh.
as big as a bracket as we did last week because obviously some of the players are traveling to this tournament. People are hungry for majors, and I hope. Oh, and
I
Viking
was
does
about to
get
say,
released tonight,
yeah,
so I'm looking forward
yeah,
to seeing that as well. But yeah, and hopefully we'll have more majors once everything, gets safe again for everyone.
yeah.
But, have a great night. I hope you all enjoyed the action. I'm Listen the Prince, joined by Brad M, and we'll be signing off now. See you next week.